in the bloodied snow of Stalingrad, where winter was the deadliest sniper, Soviet women turned rifles into phantoms of pink terror. In 1942, as Paulus's Sixth Army froze in their graves, these night witches with scopes painted their weapons to haunt the Wehrmacht, not for beauty, but to mock and madden the invaders. This is the frozen saga of Lady Death and her Crimson Shadows. Welcome to WW2 Shadow Echoes. Subscribe for more sniper shades from the Eastern Front. August 23, 1942. The sun bled red over the Volga as the Sixth Army's 90 divisions, over 300,000 men under General Friedrich Paulus, a monocled Prussian with Hitler's ear, encircled Stalingrad like a noose. The Führer's obsession, this factory-choked Volga bastion 900 kilometers from Moscow, was to be the gateway to the Caucasus oil, a dagger to the Soviet heart. Luftwaffe Ju-88s carpet-bombed the streets into a labyrinth of rubble. 40,000 civilians vaporized in firestorms that turned the air to ash. The 62nd Army, under the indomitable Vasily Chuikov, clung to the western bank like burrs on a wolf, 75,000 men in tatters, their T-34s rusting in the mud, NKVD commissars shooting deserters to keep the line. But the snipers, those lone wolves of the 1075th Rifle Regiment, were the ghosts in the machine. Enter the women. Not auxiliaries, but avengers. Lyudmila Pavlichenko, 25-year-old history student from Odessa with a braid like a bayonet and eyes like polished agates, enlisted in June 41 after Belya Church fell to the Panzers. Trained on a Mosin-Nagant M91/30, the three-line rifle with its 7.62mm kiss of death, she racked 187 kills by Sevastopol before Stalingrad called. "I'll show them," she vowed to recruiter Captain Nikolai Krasavchenko, her voice steel over the din of Katyushas. Pavlichenko's unit, the 54th Rifle Division's sniper platoon, swelled with factory girls and schoolteachers. Tatiana Baramzina, 20 and fierce as a fox, a weaver from Tula who'd sewn her own uniform from blackout curtains. Nina Lobkovskaya, 19, a Komsomol poet with verses of vengeance scratched on shell casings. And Maria Demidova, the elder at 30, a nurse whose hands, once healing shrapnel wounds, now chambered 29-gram bullets with grim grace. They arrived September 14th, parachuted into the tractor works boiler room amid 88mm shells that shook the earth like God's wrath. Chuikov's orders: hug the fascists so tight they can't bring artillery to bear. Snipers were the embrace's edge, perched in attics, bell towers, sewer grates, their scopes piercing the fog like accusatory fingers. The pink began as desperations die. White camo for snow was futile in the dust-choked ruins. German spotters, those SS fireflies with their FG-42s, picked off pure white ghosts. Pavlichenko, scavenging in a bombed dye works, mixed powdered carmine, leftover from pre-war textiles, with boot polish and urine for adhesion. The result? Rifles blushed in streaks of rose, mimicking bloodstains on snow, a psychological barb to unnerve the supermen. "Let them see the blush before the bang," she quipped to Baramzina, her Mosin now a Scarlet Widow with 50 notches carved in pink-tipped bayonet. The tactics spread like shrapnel. Lobkovskaya painted her SVT-40 semi-auto in fuchsia swirls. Demidova etched hearts in hers, a mockery of Wehrmacht Blitzmädchen propaganda. Not mere vanity, it was psy-war, rooted in Pavlov's conditioning. Pink evoked fragility, then shattered it with an 800-meter headshot. In the 13th Guards Rifle Division's sniper school under Captain Anatoly Chekhov, 200 women trained. Prone crawls through Mamaev's minefields, windage calculations on frozen slates, breath control amid -30°C gales that froze eyelashes. Pavlichenko, promoted sergeant, led hunts. Dawn stakeouts in Pavlov's house ruins, where a single crack felled a Sturmpioneer 400 meters off. Her first pink kill. October 5th, a Oberleutnant peering from a T-34 turret. Bullet through the eye, his helmet tumbling pink smeared into the drift. Word spread via Feldpost. Rote Geister, red ghosts haunting the lines, morale fracturing like ice under treads. By November, the regiment's tally hit 500. Baramzina's week alone, 20 in a grain elevator nest. Her pink stock spattered authentic crimson. The Wehrmacht reeled. Paulus's diaries lament feminine phantoms in nightly cables to Berlin. Goebbels' agitprop branding them hyenas in skirts. But the women endured. Frost-bitten toes amputated with bayonets. Rations of 200 grams of sawdust bread shared with strays. Pavlichenko's scope, fogged by tears for fallen sisters like 17-year-old sniper Katya Petrova, gunned down in a church belfry, saw only targets. 309 by war's end, 36 Germans to her 1. The pink wasn't paint. It was provocation, a blush of blood on the snow that whispered, "Your empire ends in red." November 1942. Stalingrad's ruins became a sniper's coliseum. The Volga a moat of ice floes ferrying frozen corpses. The 284th Rifle Division's women, 50 strong under Pavlichenko's iron gaze, claimed the high ground. Sniper's Alley in the Red October works, where conveyor belts dangled like gallows. Training forged ferocity. Mock hunts in Pavlov's house cellars. Scopes zeroed on rats as proxies for Fritz. The pink rifles, dubbed Lady Death's Blush by the men, evolved. Baramzina added phosphorescent flecks from captured flares, glowing faintly at night to lure patrols into ambushes. "They come for the ghost. We reap the fool," she'd murmur. Her Mosin SVT barking 7.62 rounds at 200 meters, dropping a Feldwebel whose scream echoed. Lubkovskaya's poetry turned lethal verse. Her pink PU scope etched with "For Mother Russia," she claimed 89 kills from a Krasny Oktyabr chimney. Her perch, a throne of twisted girders. One hunt, November 18th. A Wehrmacht Sturmgruppe, 50 grenadiers probing the Barakadi gun factory, triggered the blush. Pavlichenko, belly down in a sewer grate 600 meters off, spotted the lead lieutenant's iron cross glint. Breath held, finger curled, the 9130 thundered, pink stock recoiling against her cheek as the bullet cored his throat. Chaos cascaded. Baramzina, 150 meters flank, stitched the flank with semi-auto bursts, her pink rifle a strobing reaper in the flurry. Demidova, the elder, covered rear with her aged M1891, crack after crack felling stragglers, her heart etchings now bloodied. The patrol shattered. 28 dead, the rest fleeing to their rat lines. Paulus's logs noting pink phantom plague with rising hysteria. Psyche warfare bloomed in the blush. Germans, conditioned by Goebbels' films of Aryan maidens, recoiled at the inversion. Women as warriors, rifles as rouge-tipped daggers. SS reports from the 71st Division decried unnatural Fräuleins with blasphemous weapons, morale dipping as whispers spread. Touch the pink, and the devil woman claims your soul. Pavlichenko exploited it. In a rare scout, she left a pink shell casing on a corpse, etched with Cyrillic "suka," bitch, a taunt that ignited furious sweeps. One backlash, December 3rd. A Kampfgruppe of 100, armored with half-tracks, raised a block, hunting the Pink Witch. Lubkovskaya, trapped in a bakery ruin, held 12 hours. Her pink SVT emptying clips into visors, 15 kills before a grenade silenced her verse. Pavlichenko's rage birthed the haunt. In reprisal, she and Baramzina stalked a HQ in the Univermag ruins, pink rifles slung low. Scope to eye, Pavlichenko's crosshair danced over a major's cap. Crack, the pink blush blooming red on Baramzina's follow-up felled the aide. Her shot a pink-streaked streak through fog. The major's satchel yielded maps, flanked to Chuikov by midnight, stalling a counter-thrust. By December 16th, Operation Little Saturn hammered Paulus's flanks. The snipers told. 1,200 Wehrmacht ghosts, pink phantoms claiming 300. Demidova's magic Mosin, pink hearts now crimson webs, notched 150 from Mamaev's slopes, her whispers to the wind. For the daughters they'll never see. The rifles weren't mere tools. They were talismans. The pink a psychological bayonet twisting in Aryan psyches. In dugouts, Fritz traded tales of bloody maidens with scopes that saw through souls, desertions spiking 15% per NKVD tallies. Pavlichenko, promoted lieutenant, toured the lines. Her pink Mosin a banner, inspiring 500 more women to scopes. Stalingrad's women didn't just kill, they haunted. Their blush the Reich's recurring nightmare. February 2nd, 1943. The Volga thawed red as the 6th Army capitulated. 91,000 survivors marching to Siberian hells, Paulus in fur-lined cuffs, his mustache quivering under Zhukov's glare. The pink reckoning sealed it. In the final spasm, Pavlichenko's platoon, down to 28 from 50, frost scars mapping their faces, claimed the crown. Operation Scarlet Widow, a dawn assault on the Gumrak airfield. Pink rifles slung, they infiltrated under white sheets, scopes fogged by breath but unyielding. Baramzina, leading a fire team in the control tower, painted her men's helmets rose for the bluff. Ghosts of the blush, she dubbed them. As Ju-52s taxied for Berlin AVAC, the twist cracked. Pavlichenko, 800 meters in a gutted tram, acquired the tarmac officer, a colonel directing the exfil. Her pink Mosin whispered death. The 9130's bolt slick with ice as the colonel crumpled, pink casing ejected into drift. Chaos detonated. Baramzina's semi-auto stitched the runway, pink stock blooming smoke as 12 pilots. Demidova, the survivor, covered from a grain silo, her heart-etched rifle barking 10 more, a half-tracks commander pitching from the hatch with a pink-tipped hole. The airfield burned, 20 planes torched, Paulus's escape denied. The Wehrmacht reeled, last diaries from the pocket whale of pink demons descending like Valkyries, morale shattering like the Führer's pipe dreams. In the Kessel's final throes, SS diehards hunted the phantoms, but the blush mocked them. Stalked patrols found pink casings in boot prints, whispers in the wind. Suka comes for you. Pavlichenko's 309th, a pink-streaked finality on a general's aide, clinched her legend. Baramzina's 89th felled the courier bearing surrender terms, secrets spilling into snow. The twists toll, 500 in the pocket's death throes, the pink not just paint, but the Reich's blush of shame. As Zhukov's men overran the ruins, women in ragged greatcoats slung pink relics over shoulders, their scopes etched with tallies that humbled generals. Stalingrad's fall echoed to Berlin. Goebbels' broadcasts faltered. The pink plague, a specter in propaganda reels. The snipers didn't break the line, they broke the myth. The pink blushes of Stalingrad snipers endure in every Moscow museum. Mosin stocks polished ghosts in the Central Armed Forces Museum. Pavlichenko, Lady Death to foes and comrade to kin, toured America in '42. Her pink-rifed legend charming FDR, inspiring Rosie the Riveters. Baramzina and Demidova, buried with honors under Mamaev's eternal flame, whisper to 200,000 women who sniped the Reich. In drone wars, their blush reminds, camo conquers not just eyes, but souls. What hue would haunt your foe? Comment your sniper shade. Like if pink terrifies, subscribe for more. Bell on. Next, the map that foretold Pearl Harbor's doom. Until the scopes align, aim true. This is WW2 Shadow Echoed.